Hey everyone, so it's time for February favorites and let's get right into it because these videos have a tendency to go long and I want to make sure I get everything in. Okay, so let us start with what I start with every time I do my makeup, or I should say 10-15 minutes before I start doing my makeup. I always apply EOS lip balm. I usually don't list this in the description box when I list the products that I have on because it's such a basic thing that I don't know, I just don't think about it, but it is an essential part of my makeup routine. This one is almost completely gone, but I have these things everywhere. I have them in every room of the house. I have one in my purse. Yeah, it's such a nice natural product that just moisturizes your lips, and I just let that sink in before I start doing my makeup so that by the time I get to the lip products at the end, they go on nicely. So EOS lip balm is an absolute essential. Next up for monthly favorites is my 1-2 punch I've discovered to cure my dark circles problem, and that is Benefit Olay Lift combined with, or I should say this goes on top of that, MAC Studio Finish Concealer. Now, I used to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer mainly to conceal spots, like if I had a blemish, which I rarely get those, but if I had a blemish, I would use it for that. But it never really helped that much with my dark circles. But I put the Benefit Olay Lift on first, then I do the concealer on top of that, and those two together pretty much cover my dark circles, whereas nothing I've ever used before did as good a job as this does. And I will show you exactly how I do that in a tutorial in the future because I haven't done a tutorial in quite a while, so a lot of the products that I'm going to talk about today, you'll see exactly how I apply them because I do use them every single day. I'm really developing a lot of like holy grail products that I just don't want to use anything else now because I know I'm not going to find anything better. Okay, so that is definitely a monthly or a lifetime favorite, I think now. Blush, I have been reaching for my NARS Orgasm blush like all the time. This has been a favorite of mine for years, and it looks kind of crazy in the pan, but it's really not. When you apply it, it looks totally natural on, provided you don't go crazy with it. But I mean, I just take my brush and just tap it once. I mean, I don't swirl it, I just tap it once in there, and that is enough to do usually one cheek and part of another one, and then I just have to very gently tap it again to finish off that second cheek. But it's such a great color, and it really, I know people say it looks good on everybody, and a lot of people think, oh, how could any one blush look good on everybody? It does. It just does. It looks good on everyone. Another monthly favorite, which is an everyday holy grail thing for me, is MAC Sculpting Powder in Sculpt. Contour my face with this every day, and what a difference. It just gives my face, you know, more of a slimming effect. It doesn't look as round and makes me look a little bit slimmer, and who doesn't want to look slimmer? Eyeshadow Base, MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It's something that I reach for most days before I start my eye makeup. Just, I don't know, what can I say? It gives my eyeshadows the perfect base to start with. However, I am going to try, and I think I started doing this maybe a week ago, I'm gonna try to remember to reach for my colored bases more often instead of just always grabbing the Painterly Paint Pot. So just to give you an example, today I have on NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Yogurt, and this is my eyeshadow base today. Now the only problem with these is sometimes you can get creasing with them, but I haven't tried one just on its own with an eyeshadow over it in a long time. So I'm kind of hoping that that's not really going to be an issue anymore, but I vaguely remember getting some creasing at one time with these without putting a primer under it. So today's kind of an experiment because I just have this with the eyeshadow over it. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of eyeshadows, I have been loving my Urban Decay Naked palettes, specifically 1 and 2. And it's so strange because when I got the Naked Basics palette, I thought that this was going to be like holy grail and I was going to end up using it every day. And I mean, I do like it, don't get me wrong, I do like it very much, but something about it is just a little too plain and subdued, and it just kind of looks like you're not wearing any eyeshadow when you wear this, which is okay if you're going for that natural look, but I don't know, I want the eyeshadow completed look to have a little more pizzazz, and you can definitely get that with the original Naked palette and Naked 2. Plus, I have definitely been reaching for my MAC eyeshadows all the time, and specifically the neutrals. I'm all about neutral eyeshadows these days, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I'm really, really enjoying neutrals. For mascara, I have a few mascaras that are in rotation right now that I try to use, you know, each one so I'm not wasting it. But the one that I would have to say that I'm enjoying the most is my Chroma Beauty The Quickie mascara. And I wasn't really overwhelmed with this when I first got it, but it kind of grew on me after a while, and now I have to say I really like it. Here's what the wand looks like. And I really like the wand because it's not one of those big wands. I don't like large mascara wands. They just don't work well for me. But it isn't so tiny either that it's hard to work with. It's kind of a nice medium-sized wand. But yeah, I really like this mascara. I'm not wearing it today, but if I had to pick a favorite of the ones that I've been using in rotation, this would be it. MAC Coquette eyeshadow for brows. I did a whole video about this just the other day, so I'm not gonna go into it, but this is the perfect thing to fill my brows in with, and I'm so glad I don't have to keep buying every brow product on the market trying to find one that I really like, because I'm all done with experimentation. I'm just gonna use this every day now for the rest of my life. I think. Okay. And on that note, I didn't have this out to show you the other day, but this is the MAC 210 brush, and this is what I use the Coquette eyeshadow with now to fill in my brows. It's funny because traditionally people would use a small angled brush, but I think this works great to do brows with, and I used to use this for gel eyeliner, but I think it's perfect for brows. And again, next time I do a tutorial, I'll show you exactly why I think this works so well. You'll see when I'm, you know, doing it, that it's just, you get that precision and it isn't as awkward as with an angled brush. And for my favorite lip product this month, and I just talked about this, I guess it was, yeah, yesterday's video, is my Clarins Rouge Eclat Lipstick in Nude Rose. I only have a sample, but this was definitely my favorite lip product of the month, and I hope at some point I can get the full size of this. It's like $28, I think. Don't quote me on that price. Whatever price I gave you yesterday was the right one. But yeah, so hopefully that will happen sometime. For nail polish, I've been really loving very subdued, muted nail polish colors. Today I have on Lacura nail polish in number 170, and it's this really nice like platinum color. Lacura nail polishes, in case you don't know, used to be sold at Aldi, supermarkets in the United States, but now they don't sell beauty products there anymore. They used to have eyeshadows and mascara and nail polish and everything, and lipsticks, lip gloss, the whole bit. And they discontinued those products in the United States. But if you still live in a country that sells beauty products at Aldi, or you've never tried them, trust me, they are fantastic, and I feel terrible still that you can no longer buy any of these things here, because they're wonderful. I cannot get over how good the quality is for the price. I think that most of the things are like $1.99. I mean, they're dirt cheap. And so if you still have, if you can still get this brand wherever you are, go for it, take advantage of it. This particular shade my friend June sent me from Ireland, because she can still get Lacura where she is, and yeah, it's just amazing, amazing stuff. And I know I already said it a million times, but I do feel bad that we can't get Lacura here anymore. And I'm really kicking myself, because it was available here for, I don't know, probably years, and I could have been getting it, and I could have got every single item, every single color, because it was so cheap. And I didn't do it when I had the chance, and what are you gonna do, you know? Regrets. I have more than a few. Okay, hair. Organics, Moroccan Argan Oil, shampoo, conditioner, treatment oil, and spray oil. All four of those products I use all the time. Absolutely fantastic. And apparently some of you agree with me, because those of you who have gone out and bought it and tried it for yourself have been sending me messages saying, you know, bought it, tried it, loved it, life-changing. So if you've never tried any of those products, they're the ones in the blue bottle with the gold cap. Now they have a new line out. It's Organics Moroccan Oil Cream. I did try that line. I don't like it as much as the original, so I really hope that that's not going to be a replacement for the original ones in the blue bottle, because those I think are superior. So yeah, make sure you get the ones in the blue bottle, not the gold bottle, because I just don't think those are as good. And my last monthly favorite is a guilty pleasure for sure. I have a wicked sweet tooth, in case you didn't know. And I try very hard not to eat, you know, bad stuff like candy and ice cream and cookies and stuff like that. But my biggest weakness is ice cream. So I would say once or twice a month on average, you know, could be a little less, could be a little more, I will indulge. And the other day I bought some Blue Bunny ice cream. If you've never had Blue Bunny ice cream, you're missing out. It's one of the best ones there is, and you wouldn't think so, because it's dirt cheap and you can get it pretty much at most supermarkets, so it's easy to find. But they came out with a bunch of new flavors, and one of them is called wedding cake. There's some words before that. It's something something wedding cake. And if you like wedding cake, like real wedding cake, then you're gonna love this ice cream. In my opinion, this is the best ice cream I have ever had in my whole life. No joke. And I even I tweeted this to Blue Bunny on their Twitter account, and it's incredible. I bought a pint, and that's another thing. When has Blue Bunny been in pints? I went to this other supermarket that I had never been to before, just to see what it was like, and they had Blue Bunny in pints, and I had never seen it in anything but half gallons. But anyways, so yeah, Blue Bunny wedding cake. It's a sweet, It's a sweet, like vanilla based, I guess you would say, ice cream, and it has a little bit of raspberry sauce in it, and it has pieces of wedding cake in it. And oh my God, amazing. You know, like I said, I try not to eat stuff like that, but boy, it is taking everything I have not to drive back to the store and get another pint. This was, when was that? Last weekend that I tried that. Yeah, and it's incredible. So those are my monthly favorites, and I highly recommend anything that I just talked about, and I'll see you next time. Bye.